Hello, Jesse Good here. Happy Throwback Thursday. Today we're taking a look at this 1995 Paradisa set, which is called Dolphin Point. It's actually retailed for $33 in the United States. And the box of this was already open, but you could see the packaging because the parts are still sealed. They packaged all the kind of nice prints on this little part right here, even the little dolphin. Some pieces. And ooh, I don't know if I have this catalog. I guess this is the 95 LEGO system catalog, which is awesome. Also the little instruction booklet and that awesome base plate right there. I love the colors on there. So here's the set all built up. It's a pretty tall set, so it's hard to fit it all on my little display. But let's start out with the minifigures. Here is the first minifigure. She has a nice torso that's a little bit more uncommon than some of the other torsos from Paradisa. No back printing whatsoever because it is an older minifigure. So this guy is the chef, and he has a nice frying pan. Again, no back torso printing, but still nice to get. Here's girl number 2, same face as girl number 1. I actually really don't like this face print. I've had it for a while. This is some sets from my childhood. I don't like it. It's actually really annoying to me. But yeah, no printing on the back of her because it is an older figure, and she does have a white hat, which is a little bit hard to see. I do like this guy's face print, and I think you could still integrate that into modern LEGO. No torso print whatsoever, and this guy has appeared in so many sets. I remember there's that old windsurfer set that I reviewed a few months ago, or actually last year, wasn't it, a few months ago, and a few other sets as well. So returning to the build, keep in mind the whole foundation for the building is built on the 32 by 32 base plate with that nice paint in the middle. And we'll start our way at the bottom floor and make our way all the way to the top up here. Either way, with the bottom floor, you got some of the marine life. For example, there's this dolphin who has an older style dolphin molding. I love this piece, and I think I have it from a diver set as well, but it's not very common. This is actually kind of a smooth piece. It's a hard plastic. It's not like a rubber or anything. They have some nice indents for the eyes, even a little bit of molding for the mouth, and a breathing hole up top. And you just stick this 1x2 tile, which sort of stuck to base plates at the bottom right here to kind of move it around the plate, and I like that. For this little cooking area right here, you have a miniature grill, and this guy has his frying pan. And you have this radio, which is a nice print that's appeared in some other sets before. And this is one of my favorite parts, which we sort of saw these prints at the beginning of the video, but they are these little food plates, which have some great designs on there. I think this one right here has a sausage and, I don't know, maybe some rice or something. Then this one right here has a steak, some green beans, and even a carrot. And those are printed 2x2 circular tiles. Very useful. 2 chairs for that sitting area and even some little glasses. And this right here is a little sail boat, or kind of a sail surfer. It has actually a different design, which I kind of like, because usually in these Paradisa sets you have the same kind of a sail design and a nice little surfboard. This one uses a more boat-like design, which I really appreciate. It's just a little bit more of a difference. There's not too much going on here. This part holds the little sail, which is attached to one of these stick builds, and there's even a little bit of a switch at the back, maybe to control it. I don't know. And then at the bottom right here, there is another one of my favorite prints in this set that has appeared in some other Paradisa sets, but it's still pretty cool, and it's the only other marine life in the set. And it is this little crab. And this is printed on a 2x2 circular tile. I guess this was before the crab mold existed. For some other parts of the first floor, there's a nice printed parasol up there, which has an uncommon print. And this is one of my favorite parts of the build, which is this little ice cream or sweet shop. You have a stickered part that represents the different ice cream sold there, even though they don't give you any popsicles. The only thing they use to represent ice cream in this set are 1x1 tiles, which we'll get to in a bit. Then on this side right here, they show different sodas, which looks great as well as a stickered piece. And for that little ice cream part that I sort of mentioned, it's this little container right here that holds them and uses the same sticker as the one up front. This one is actually a sticker across multiple pieces this time because it's put across 2 different 2x2 tiles. And you push this up and you can see the little ice cream inside. They're just 1x1 tiles that are differently colored. I'm trying to fetch one out. See, this one is yellow. And they also have a gray version, a light gray version, which I'm not sure what that's supposed to represent as an ice cream flavor. Then they have a red version, which is probably like strawberry or something. Now, to get to the second floor, there is this staircase right here, which is actually a really good mold. And so let's travel up there. So moving up the stairs, there is this door that leads to the room inside the second floor. But before we get inside there, I want to show you this little window right here. This pink window is actually the fourth exclusive part of this set. The ones we covered previously were the 2 plates, each of those prints are exclusive, and the base plate itself. So this is a great piece to get. I'm glad that it comes in this set. I like getting exclusive little pieces. And inside the second floor, you can see there's this little, I guess, coffee machine, maybe espresso machine or something. And that's really it. That's the only part of this whole second floor. Inside this little cabinet right here is actually nothing. They do have a sink area though, which is pretty cool, and that's just right up there. But let's move on to the final floor. So the final floor is the light and this little observatory part. It's a simple build for the observatory little telescope, and this light right here is actually my least favorite part of the whole set. Not because it looks bad or anything, you could spin it around and it's actually fun to play around with, but for some reason my version won't stick on for that top disc. Every time I push it down, it either flies off like that or gets pushed up like it is right now. So that's kind of disappointing, you know. It's the build itself. I think they should have given a little bit more room for this top part right here. Maybe even put a disc piece in between it and it would have stuck on. But right here, how they have it built, this part just won't stick on because the stick itself is either pushing it up or these 2 little half cylinder pieces are not sticking together. This might just be my version, so I'm not going to really fault the set hard on it. This design for this parrot right here has been used in a lot of different sets, including a lot of Paradisa sets. But you can see there's some room to fit some minifigures up here, but not too much room. Really, you would just put one to be observing up there. But that is it for the build of this set. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. So here is the box. And one thing I forgot to show earlier was that this front flaps open and they actually have some designs up there. And even some pictures of the set itself all built. And the back, which shows some neat alternate builds. Here's instructions. And the back shows the same alternate builds that were on the back of the box, so nothing too interesting here. Also included was that one catalog. I might save that for a later video, so don't worry, stay tuned for that. I can't wait to get in here too because it has some Western sets. I love the Western theme. So overall, the LEGO Paradisa Dolphin Point Lighthouse set is my favorite Paradisa set that I own so far. This and that one house set, I forget what it's called, is said by many to be the best, one of the best LEGO town sets, period. And I understand why. I mean, this is such an incredible build that we didn't really have too many lighthouses back in the day. Now we're getting a resurgence of lighthouses, I guess it was more in 2015 where we had the Friends one and the Scooby-Doo one. We had a Creator one last year. We had a Creator one in 2011. But this was really almost like a one-of-a-kind build when it was released. The design of it is not even too pinkish, which I know kind of scares some people away from this theme. It kind of limited the pink pieces. Yeah, you got the stairs and you have some of these little fence pieces and stuff like that, but it's really light on the pink pieces. Even the little boat itself wasn't made in pink, which they usually do, the pink design and the pink sail and stuff like that. There's some great exclusive pieces too. So many people love those plate pieces, and I don't blame them. If you're a LEGO Town fan, you're going to want to put those in your house and stuff like that. Also that pink little window, and the base plate itself is beautifully painted. So yeah, this is my favorite Paradisa set that I own so far. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this Throwback Thursday. Next week will be a random, I guess, old LEGO set because that's the rotation. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.